Hello, everyone. This is Ember. Our application is designed to aid people affected by the Los Angeles wildfires, both while in an emergency situation and while evacuating, with resources such as shelter, food, and medical aid. Thousands of people have been affected by the fires in the LA area, and it's been difficult for many to receive aid, whether due to language barriers, scattered information, or just an uncertainty of where to find resources. With this app, we hope to provide support to meet those needs.
This is our landing page. First, it's going to introduce this button, SOS, in order to send location and health information to your emergency contacts, which can be stored once they make an account. And if they are to use this button, then they're going to get this loading screen. Here we have a virtual assistant and language options. Then you go to resources, and they are able to search for anything specific that they might need, as well as pick specific tags. Here they have a map with different locations pinned, Google Maps. They are able to favorite and add locations for shelters and any kind of available resources. Here we have shelters, food and supplies, hospitals, and clinics, as that is the most common necessities for victims post-fire. We're able to scroll through, see how far away they are, and what the name is. If you click on it, you're going to be able to see some different images of the place, the name, location, distance, phone number, any type of fees associated with it, the different types of services and accommodations. A lot of people were discussing issues with transportation and availability, so that is definitely important there. And then we have a description and the ratings based on how secure it is and how valid this shelter is. Then we have different ratings just so that they can go off what other people say. Next, we have news, but this is less about the current situation and more on the resources available. Again, they can have search and filters, and then they can have these different articles such as the shelters, what supplies they need, what to do with any abandoned or animals they cannot keep or that they find, and transportation. So if you are to go and click onto one of these, it's going to give you some information with an article on what to do in that scenario. Then if we go over here, they're able to view a community, and so they're able to reach out to people, post comments, questions, if they want to share anything that they think is helpful for others, or send supplies to just have that community support. And then also search and filters. Then they can go here to their profile if they've made an account. They have their information, emergency contacts, general safety checklist, and their settings in which accessibility will be available. And through that, if they choose to log out, it'll take you right back to the start. Thank you.
Hi, I'll walk you guys through the AI workflow of our emergency response AI chatbot in Ember 8, designed to help users in critical situations while being accessible for everyone. The user can click on this small icon here with the firefighter figure to access our chatbot, and we have this button on almost every screen in our application. So the app starts by pulling the user ID, location, and language settings and asks, are you currently in an emergency situation? If yes, it contacts emergency services and alerts emergency contacts. If no, then it prompts the user to choose their preferred language to start a conversation. It then provide offering options like medical help, finding shelters, providing fire assistance, or providing breaking news to look for what's going on around your neighborhood. And accessibility is our core focus, so visually impaired users can use text to speech, while DHH users rely on screen text and visual alerts, powered both by Google's text to speech API and also accessibility features. On the backend, the AI categorizes requests and pulls real-time data from APIs, including Google Maps for looking shelters or looking for nearest hospital, Relief Web API to see for any breaking news, and also fire assistance, and also upon weather map to look for the weather conditions. If the user click on the medical help or one of these four buttons or provide any needs, The next step would be the AI assistant would ask the user to provide the severity level of their situation. So we have three levels here: extreme, medium, and mild. If the user click on extreme, it would contact the emergency services directly and also notify the listed emergency contacts. Otherwise, if the user click on medium, it then asks the user to do a breathing exercise to calm the user down. And when the user are actually in a safe place and click yes, it would provide some advice on the breathing steps. Then it would prompt the user to ask, provide the situation. For here, we have an example of looking for a shelter. Then the AI would contact with the Google Maps API to pull the nearest shelter, comparing it with the user location that they shared before with us. And also, if the user click on the get directions, it would guide them to Google Map and show them the direction to get to the shelter. After that, it would ask the user one more thing about, can I help you with anything today? And if the user doesn't have any other questions, it would end the chat, and their chat history would be automatically saved in our system, as we might use it for later usage on offline databases. And also, the user can access their data at any time without having to connect to the internet. Okay, and also for a medical help, if the user click on mile, we have the finding the nearest hospital or speaking to the medical assistant. If the user click on the uh, to see the medical assistant, it would give the user some hotline numbers or emergency numbers for the user to call and speak to a live person as the medical assistant, or providing with the nearest hospital address. Yes, and that would be all of our AI chatbot.